Hi guys, I'm trying to do this live video and I have a new phone that seems to be too large for my holder, but I think we got it now. Let me turn my light on and you can see better, even though I'm at the window. Yeah, there you go. Now, let me tell you what's been happening. I first want to apologize. I said that you could go and download the pattern to the Daddy's Church Hat quilt block from my Etsy shop and purchase the pattern. This was going to be our next project. I went over to purchase the pattern so I could then come back and walk you through the steps to get the pattern. The pattern was $3.49 or $3.95, something like that. It wasn't much for the pattern. What happened was I couldn't do it. I could not download the pattern. I downloaded the pattern. I don't have it here, but the pattern was too small. The pattern downloaded and printed out very small. I don't know what the problem was. And nobody that purchased the pattern told me that there was a problem with the size of the pattern. So if you purchase the pattern and you printed out the small size, just let me know and I'll replace it immediately. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a surprise pattern. So you'll get two. I am so very sorry that that happened. I have drawn the pattern. This is the new pattern package. I've redrawn the pattern. And if you order the pattern, I will mail it to you if you get it from my Etsy shop. Now, if you're in the group, just let me know that you are going to create this pattern with me and that you purchase the other one, and I'll send you two different patterns. I'll send you this one and I'll send you another one. And again, I apologize. Now, let me show you what's going to happen. This is what you will receive if you get the pattern. Let me see. I didn't put the pages in any particular order, so let me get them in order. There we go. And you'll see what you get. Okay? I hope it's in the monitor. This will be the front. So I kind of colored that in so you could see what it would look like. This is the key for the pattern. This tells you how the pieces go. You'll get that. And then you'll get the actual pattern pieces. So today what I'd like to do is cut out the pattern pieces since you see what you will be getting. I thought we could just cut out the pieces together. And I printed this out on my regular printer, and it prints out on the correct size paper, and you get all of the pieces. Now, I hope this is not too difficult for us beginners. For those of you that's new to the group, hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you are here with us in the group. Let me tell you a little about the group. I started the group. My name is Linda, the old bird. I started the group because I design quilt patterns, but I'm not a quilter. I have made quilts incorrectly in the past, and I thought, I would design some patterns. My first pattern I designed many years ago, And when I designed my pattern, I contacted textile companies. I contacted professional quilters to try to get help on designing the patterns and what you do with them, and just teach myself how to sell them and what to do. The first, one of the first questions that they would ask is, "Oh, are you a quilter?" And when I'd say, "No, I'm not a quilter. I design the patterns. I don't know how to quilt," and that would kind of end the conversation. So I decided, okay, I have got to learn to quilt. Let me move my grid paper. This is what I use when I'm designing a pattern. So there's a piece there. You can see it. That's B. And we're going to cut these. And I just cut a little on the outside of that line. I let that line be my guide. So I said, okay, I've got to learn at least so I will know how to put the pieces together correctly. And I didn't want to do it alone, so I started this group so you could quilt with me. So far, we have made 2 projects. We made a foot warmer tack quilt, and I learned how to tack correctly. That's that piece. That's F. We also made a quilted, we had a pre-printed quilt block, and we used that to make a pillow. And it was the very first time I quilted by machine. And I think it came out pretty nice. I didn't know that you had pre-printed quilt blocks. That's H. I didn't know. I met a designer who creates pre-printed quilt blocks, and she shared with me that you can wash them and the design doesn't come out. I was amazed. So I offered to anybody that was going to give that a try, I would send them a free pre-printed quilt block. I don't have it with me, but if you're new to the group, just stroll down. This is C. Now C, I have to white this out. I'll get some white out and white that line out today. I'll send you that for free. The first person that says, hey, I would like to make that pillow, let me know and I'll send you a pre-printed quilt block to use. There you go. So just scroll down and you'll see that project and you'll see the block that I'll send you. I don't have it right here, but here's some of her work. She sent this to me. Her name is Jody. This is one of her projects. Now, I haven't grown enough in my sewing and quilting to create one of these tote bags, but this is the lady. And if you see the characters, she has 4 characters. There's fun characters. I have this block as an inspiration to my van I'd like to have. And on the back, here's some more of her tote bags. And you get this square, this rectangle. And we used it to create a pillow for my, well, the one I used was of a little girl for my little great niece's Christmas gift. So if you'd like to make that project, just let me know. And please post the photos. post the photos. I need encouragement. I have got to get my quilt patterns correctly sketched, where they are used by quilters. I have a store that wants to carry my patterns, but I haven't gotten back with them because I'm so afraid my patterns are incorrect, and I'm learning to quilt and it's just a bit much. I need my glasses. That's what I need. So, how's your day going? Here are my glasses right here. Here in South Carolina, it is absolutely gorgeous. I have been up all morning. It is bright sunshine, very windy, blue skies, and warm. Gorgeous, beautiful Monday. That's E, and the same thing. I've got to get that white out today. I'm going out as soon as I finish this live. So how's the weather in your area? Now, if you answer, I can't see it right now, but I will respond as soon as I go off the live. And these pieces that we're cutting out, I'll send you the key. This is it. And this was D. This is the D piece right there. Right there. So the key is very helpful, and I went over it with a darker pen so you can see it better. It was in a pencil, just like the writing. But here it is. I darkened it so you could see the pieces much better. And it really is a help. It's a help to me. Now, I don't know if any other pattern companies have a key, but it works for me. In the process of my creating a quilt pattern, I make a key. So it helps me during the creative process, and it also helps me. I have to make one block to make certain my pieces are accurate. Now that's A. And the key is priceless to me. So let me know if you like the key. Let me know if you like the pattern. And look, any suggestions, any recommendations, any negatives, any positives, please let me know. I need all of that, guys. I really do. There we go. Now this is G. And use your paper scissors when you're cutting out your paper pieces. Don't use your fabric shears. So that's why I started the group. I didn't want to learn to quilt alone. So your feedback is just priceless. And in my personal life, my husband and I have been so busy. He's in total kidney failure, and he's 70, and we've been trying to get on the transplant list, because when you turn 71, that's about it for getting a transplant. So last week we had doctor's visits every day, and we had to drive. Every doctor's visit is a trip for us. We're in a small rural town, and we had to go to Fayetteville. We had to go to Raleigh for 2 days. Pembroke, North Carolina, Lumberton, North Carolina. That's where the dialysis center is. And the small town we live in is Lakeview, South Carolina. So it was a hectic week because we also have to drive back to do dialysis. And just about every morning around 4 o'clock, we were finishing up because we had so many doctor's appointments. And we have to get back home and get the dialysis. So I was exhausted. Just exhausted. Saturday, I had to do a little shopping. And I was just exhausted. I went to bed. We also had to do dialysis Saturday because we stayed overnight at Duke University Hospital, which made us lose a day of dialysis, so we had to make it up Saturday. So when I went to bed Saturday, I was beat. I had our clothes laid out for church, and my husband went and left me in the bed, and I didn't get up until well after 2:30. I was just beat. But God is good. We are okay. My husband is still going. He's just one of my greatest heroes. With all that he's going through, he never complains. He just keeps on going. So I'm so blessed. Now this is the letter L. Let me show you. You see, L goes over on the side. Now I didn't color the key, but you'll be able to look at it along with the cover, and you'll be able to see where each piece goes. This is the letter L. You need 2 of those. So I wrote on here, L, cut 2. And this is background, so you know it's background fabric. And our last piece, and we'll have all of our pieces cut out, is M. And I think what I'll do is I will there we go. I'll either ship them in a larger folder type envelope so you'll be able to store your pieces in it, or I'll put a Ziploc bag and you'll be able to know the pieces that goes to what. The reason I could not put the name of the pieces and everything because I was handwriting them. I kind of want my patterns to be known that I actually sat up and drew and sketched each one of these pieces, so I handwrite the name. If I wrote them on the Word and then put them on the pieces, I could get more information on the pieces, but I just didn't want to do that. I may have to for them to look more professional. And M, which is this last one, M is the bottom and the top, across the top. So that's our last piece, guys. Now that we have our pieces cut out for Daddy's church hat, time to get our fabric. Now let me get my piece. You'll need whatever color that you're going to have for the hat itself. You're going to need a background piece. And then you're going to need these 2 little pieces. This is the hat band, and this is the feather. So whatever you want. I used scraps. I found this, and I said that would be perfect for my feather. Now, let me tell you why I did Daddy's church hat. In the black community, dressing up to go to church in a lot of churches when I was growing up was a big deal. And Daddy's church hat was a big deal. You didn't bother Daddy's church hat. And the church hat always had some sort of decorative feather or something on the side and a band. And it was a dressy thing. And you didn't just lay it anywhere. And after church, especially in the summer in Georgia, it was so hot. One of the first things Daddy would do was take off his church hat and hand it to my mom. And you would carefully sit it in the back windshield or protect it. It was a protected thing. And all the guys had them. And they talked about them. After church, the men would gather outside and sometimes somebody would have a new one on and somebody would say, I like that Stetson. Where did you get that hat from? Man, you look great today. My dad would say, when he put on his Sunday church hat, he would say, how do I look? And I would say, sharp as a tack, Daddy. So that's where the inspiration came from for the Daddy's church hat. Now let me see if I can bring this up just a little without the phone falling. Oh, there it goes. Okay, there I am, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Look, make this with me. I would love it if you would. Have a blessed day. And remember, for the best, it's gotta be handmade. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Now I can't cut.